Chad. Did you love that?
Zing! I love that. That was actually awesome.
Actually speechless. That was so good.
I really loved it because like I actually
Brittany?
I was kind of speechless. I was kind of speechless because we both stopped doing our rhythmic stuff at the exact same time. Like we knew.
And that's why I'm sorry. I'm glad that you have a best friend in life, as you should. I'm glad that you have a bestie, but yeah, that's why you listen to us, because you're like, I'll never be in sync, like, from birth bestie. Like, I don't remember a time without them bestie. I mean, I guess they could say that if, like, their sister is their best friend. I guess maybe
True,
twins.
But I feel
twins
like
can rival us. Maybe.
I think I count that as a different category, maybe. I don't know, because when you're flesh and blood, you still maybe have that, like, I think you just have a little bit of that in sync already, but not usually if you're not flesh and blood.
Not usually. It comes from years of building that foundation.
Exactly.
Guys.
Exactly.
Welcome to the podcast! Welcome to Soap and Hands Chit the Chat. It's a story about two grown women that grew together and went through girlhood together. I saw that, it's not a meme, but like it's an Instagram thing where it's like, shout out to my girls who went through girlhood with me, which I guess is kind of like high school, I don't know, maybe middle school, let's call it. I was still a girl in college, so like,
I was about to say,
those types of women that like really got to see you like absolutely have to be like, you know,
I'm gonna say like 10 to 20. That's how I would kind of like, coming of age to me is maybe like a 10 to 25 time frame in my head.
Shout out to those women that got to grow with you.
I literally told one of my students the other day, I said, the reason I work with middle schoolers is because it was one of the worst times in my life, and I want to be a positive influence on middle schoolers.
Ansley, and that's on
because I was like, I remember, no, really though, because I remember people that were, maybe like my age, like in their 20s and in middle school, I just thought they were like the most amazing people ever. And they were some really wonderful people because they just provided like stability and just like safety, security, just good vibes, good things. And I was like, man, I want to do that. I want to be that person.
Today, we're really spoiling you guys with all these shorty episodes. Don't get used to it, okay? If we pop on here and pop off and want to talk for an hour, we will. And you'll have to freaking deal with it. Will today be another shorty? Yes. I'm sorry.
Yes, it will be.
And I know you guys are like, darn it. We don't have to clean our house for an hour today. Don't worry. We're letting the dirt build up.
Oh,
we're letting
true. You can't clean baseboards every week.
Not every week. And so we're letting that dust build up. Don't worry. We will be back in here for another hour episode. I think I've mentioned it on here, and I want to give you guys updates. My life was taken over for the past like 4 or 5 days where I was on set. So that was just like wake up, go, 12-hour days, la 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 la.
Awesome though, living your best life.
I'm just like an actor, and like I'm an actor in LA. Such a fun experience. I can't really talk about a lot of it, but it was so fun. Let me know if you ever want me to do like an in-depth what's it like to be on set day.
We should do that one day.
No, I doubt it, because I feel like a lot of our demographic is not, they don't care. I mean, respectfully, like it's not like they're like, I'd love to know what would.
Luke would so listen to that. Yo-Yo would so listen to that. Kirsten, I think our demographic would listen to that.
I'll just say, it was very emotionally draining because it was not a happy story. Like, the directors, which I loved the director, like, it was very affirming because, I'm exhausted. The director's coming up to me and being like, okay, like, I need you to convey utter hopelessness here. Or, like, you're in the darkest place you've ever been in your life. Like, that was just it. Yeah, constantly. Nice. We'd get to the point where we would cut and I'd have to be like, gah! To like just reset my nervous system. Like people on set, I know the crew thought I was insane because I'm going like sobbing, and then like we'd cut and I'd be like, ha ha ha, because it was just like I had to, you know, like you can't. So it was a good reminder of like, okay, I don't need to be method, but also like it's cool of what you can make your body do. Like for that moment, my body's really believing like, I would start shaking because it was like, oh gosh, like something bad is happening here. But then also at the same time, it was like, oh, why am I so exhausted? It was because I was doing like mental gymnastics the whole day. So it was so tiring. I genuinely felt like depressed, as in like my body was feeling heavy, like, ugh, what have I been doing all day? But very affirming in that I was looking around being like, I want to do this like forever, every single day for the rest of my life. And now I'm depressed that I don't do it. Like I had to wake up today and just be...
Not yet.
So anyway, that was all that. And that's why I have nothing else to say except I, in between it, watched Thelma and Louise. I knew it was like a crime heist, like yay women thing. Maybe it's just because we all know I hate sad endings, spoilers, and it was. So
and maybe I would like it because sad endings don't always bother me if they have a purpose.
It did, but also you definitely could have seen it going other places where there was definitely an alternate ending there, which I don't want to spoil it, let me know, where you could see them. Yeah, I'll give you my alternate ending one day if you watch it.
Okay.
And I'm just like, this didn't need to be this way. And then, the movie just ended on it. And I was just like, left where, when the movie ends and you're just like, okay. Well, I
You're
guess
like, and would rather not.
It was the type where, you need to watch the Cleanser episode after, where I had to watch, like, an episode of something. Because I was just
like New Girl or something.
Yeah.
Just something
just
light, something fun. Yeah, okay, I understand.
So that was my take on that.
Okay, so this is, if I'm ever going to go do a YouTube dark hole, this is what it's about. I love to watch, like, behind-the-scenes things about films, or I like to watch celebrities or actors talking about their films. I just find it, like, a very interesting thing to listen to. And I was watching one on Lord of the Rings. It was the Four Hobbits talking about something. And they eventually were talking about the scene where they have to film Frodo going to the Grey Havens. And how, like, do you remember that scene? Everyone's sobbing. It's so emotional. So they said they, like, film this. They do a whole day of it. It's like a whole day of this filming. You're exhausted. Exactly what you're talking about. Like, you're emotionally wrought. You're just so done. And apparently, afterwards, Peter Jackson was like, hey, I'm so sorry, like, the filming, the cameras or something, like, it was wrong. We have to do it again. So they do it again, and then at the end of the second day that they do it, Sean Astin has forgotten to put on a certain piece of clothing that he had on in a previous scene. So they have to do it again.
So the actual one in the movie, they're like, bye!
Yeah, no, honestly, though, they were, like, by the third day, because they had to it was the third day of, like, all day filming, just sobbing, trying to have this emotional moment, and then finally the third time around they got it, but they were like, we've never hated Sean Astin more. They were like, it was like a death wish on him. Everyone just hated him, and I was like, that is so funny. So, anyways, behind the scenes.
He's the head of Actor News. He's the head of the union.
I
now.
saw that.
Cool?
Cool.
I'm hoping for good things. Like, I like Sean Astin.
I know. I was, like, very surprised by that, but I was like, cool.
He seems.
I don't know why I was
surprised.
surprised by
He's just
that.
like he's my actor dad. That's like, no,
he's just like the
do
cool
our best.
guy.
We're gonna try for good things here.
I think the only highlight reel that I also don't think I have a ton this week.
Not a ton.
Highlight reel. Oh, a random thing that I was telling Sophie about earlier is it snowed in Kosovo a few weeks ago. This was crazy.
She was talking to my boyfriend, updating him, and he's so good. He went, stop talking, save it for the podcast, save the content.
Shout out to Zach. Thank you,
Zach, for making us
helping us save it. So yeah, basically a few weeks ago, it snowed on a Thursday night. It snowed for like 16 hours. Like,
and
this
that's
was
not
like,
regular?
dusting. No, in October, oh my gosh, no.
I don't know what the weather's like there.
No, sorry. It was just like, no, not normal. Very not normal. And I was so sad because they did not give us a day off of school, and I was really hopeful.
That's kind of rude. Yeah,
it was rude,
but
that's
miracle.
Okay.
It's a Halloween miracle.
It was a Halloween miracle.
Ooh.
And
here's the random question before we get into our topic no one asked for. Do they celebrate Halloween there? Is that the Devil's holiday?
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Yay. Is
Halloween
it considered
is
like it is here, though? Where it's like, some people may view it as demonic, or is it really just like All Hallows Day there? Like, they don't care?
don't I don't remember it being perceived that way last year. Again, it's not like I have a general idea of it from the country, but from the kids who are from the school, I think no. Like, everyone's really into it. Everybody's like very excited about it. Everyone is constantly asking you, what are you going to be for Halloween?
What are you going to be? What are you going to be?
I don't know. Actually, this is not good. I have
Comment
Miss
what
Milton
Ansley
has
should
not
be.
played. Oh, I'll tell you what all my
Comment
kids
what
think
Ansley
I should be. Every single child I feel like in this school sees me as like, because I have overalls, I wear them very frequently to school. And so usually around this time when Halloween starts happening, they've seen my overalls, they've seen my hair, obviously, so they know what I look like. And they say, Miss, you should dye your hair red and you should be Chucky.
Ansley,
like,
wait. Yes. You don't have to dye it red, bro. Get that temporary spray dye. Ansley, it's so easy. For you, you're such you're like me, where you're such a type where there's so many Halloween costumes I can be. Like
there's a
Velma,
lot of
Boo,
costumes
Dora.
I could be.
You too. Don't miss out on it. Don't miss out on
I do
that.
not want to be Chucky. Here's the thing. I can come up with something else that I could be, but I'm like, oh gosh, I don't want to be. Because I hate horror films. And I've never seen
cute Chucky. Make it, redeem it. Okay,
So
well, you have to
sad.
be something good. I'm trying to think of
I don't know what I should be, but I'm
Comment what
dropping
Ansley
the
should
ball
be.
here. I'm really because I know, with my short hair, I could probably do a lot of things. Honestly, I told one of my 9th graders the other day, I could be an anime character because my hair is so anime. Like, I can spike it a little bit because it's pretty short. Like, I could totally pull an anime. But again, I don't watch anime, and so it's kind of like...
Hi, anime fans. I know who she could be. She could be Armin from Attack on Titan. So look him up. You're welcome. Okay.
Also, actually, we have a comment we need to respond to. Yo-Yo did a comment.
I was literally gonna pull that up for you. In sync, bro. In sync.
In sync.
I was leaning in to pull it up. Okay. So here's our maintenance, our highlights. I created a Patreon. We're official. We're live. We were just dee-docking around until now, and we're official, y'all. So
hey,
yeah, you can subscribe for free. It's basically, I mean, of course, I will not say no if you want to buy us a cup of coffee as you listen with us. You know what I mean? Fund this. Or what else could it will be funding all cute and future things to come when we can put Ansley in a studio. Don't you want to see that? Honestly, the first thing I would buy with, like, and if some miracle, if we actually, like, the first thing I would buy with Patreon donations would be our guest mic, and we would guess this shit up.
Oh, true. No, that's so true.
But yeah, if that's not in your budget now, because it's not in mine, you can just subscribe for free, and it's basically like a holistic, like, it's a blog. You can find everything on there, our YouTube, our Instagram, everything's linked. It's more of, like, I think what we were talking about last week, of, like, where can people who maybe don't have TikToks find things, like, blah, blah, blah. As I'm understanding it, that's where it is, of where everything can be and will be. Hee-ha-hee. Hee-ha-hee. We already have, our faithful chitter Nick was our first subscriber. He signed up. Thanks, Nick.
Score! Thanks, Nick.
Love that, Nick. Okay, comments. Natty Montgomery said, she commented this on episode 7, and she said, I know I'm way behind on commenting, but Jesus Christ, and Juliet is the worst musical I have ever experienced. I'm so sorry if people can hear can you hear it? I'm so sorry. Hey, donate now to the Patreon.
Okay, wait, I love that she has one that she hates.
Yes,
and
okay.
Juliet. Okay,
so
I have not
Juliet,
seen that one, but I don't think I want to watch it.
She said it had her friends cackling the whole time. So she does not recommend.
Oh,
she
interesting.
said it was so bad they were laughing at it.
So her friends liked it, but she didn't like it.
No, like, it was so bad, her and her friends were laughing at it while they were watching it.
Oh, yikes.
Like, yeah, you're in the seats laughing while you're watching.
Yikes. Yeah, that's rough.
And then Jojo said on episode 9, she said, have you guys watched Silver Linings? Big recommendation from me. Let us know what you think. I love it, and honestly, I need to watch it again because I can't remember.
I was about to say, I think I have seen the movie.
It's so
good. Because That is the one, spoilers, I think this is the right movie I'm thinking of. It's like her and it's Jennifer Lawrence and Bradley Cooper, right? Mm-hmm. And they're both kind of like down on their luck sort of people, right? And then there's a scene, like the scene that I remember from this movie is she goes into like a ball or something with him. Like there's a big like event. I think
it's a dance scene. It's a dance
scene, yeah.
A dance competition, and it's
okay. I was
such a good movie.
I'm remembering like the event scene at the end, but then she gets upset and like leaves because she thinks that he's like getting back with his ex he's obsessed with or something. I don't remember. I just remember there's like this big event scene at the end. But I remember thinking it was like so quirky because Jennifer Lawrence is like a super quirky character.
That might be, I think, actually one of my favorite Jennifer Lawrence performances. I think
because
she's one of my
she's very quirky in that, right? Yes. Like she's very just like.
Which I don't know like, if this is... I mean, I took it as a compliment because I loved her performance in it, but now I'm kind of looking back and it's like, ooh, she was like messed up with... I remember someone sent me like a compilation of her moments from that movie, and it is her just being like, I want to leave, I'm uncomfortable. Bye.
Right, yeah.
What are you saying?
She's just very,
and someone
like,
sent that to me and they were like, this reminds me of you. And I was like...
That's Thank you. Awesome. I love that.
Jennifer Lawrence Court. Thank you, JoJo. Thank you.
Thank you, JoJo. Shout out.
And yes. Oh, and then we have a retirement idea from episode 8. Retirement idea, running a board game bakery cafe bar.
Oh, no, that's Luke and Danica's retirement idea. That's so what they are going to do. And I'm like, literally, if you guys started that tomorrow, I think it would be successful. There is a part of me that's kind of like, I love being a teacher. I really do. I absolutely love it. And then part of me is also like, I can't do this forever because it is exhausting. And so I think if Luke and Danica pitched that and they said, we're going to start a board game cafe, we need some extra hands, I'd be like, great, I'll quit my job, I'll be there tomorrow, I will do it.
That's giving very
shout out Luke and Danica. Yeah. Like I would love to do a board game cafe bakery. I could be a little barista, even though I don't drink coffee. I think I would crush the barista game. I think I'd be like, oh my goodness, you need a recommendation? Well, how about you try our bacon cheddar chive scone? It's amazing. It's to die for. My sister-in-law Danica makes it. And then they'll be like, what game should we play? And I'll be like, ooh, are you a card game person? A board? Like I could do front of house. I think I would crush front of house.
You just like unlocked. Oh, I need someone to make this now. You won't know it, but there's this niche on TikTok where everyone on TikTok's gonna know, where it's like the guy who's at the wine bar and like lives for his job, and it's like they like cosplay that. You just like unlocked. I need a cosplay of like the girl at the barista shop that's just a little too peppy. Of like, hello, good morning. Would you like a chai's babe? Like
it would be, God. And I would like learn all the people's names, and I just like know all the things.
I need this done now.
Kind of part of me that's like an alternate life, is I just sit in a local, beautiful little West Virginia town, and I just help out with my brother and sister-in-law's board game cafe. Anyway.
That's my alternate life too. Except it has to be on a river, so I can be a weird like fisher man. You know what I mean? Like I live on the river and I fish for my
like in a boathouse. What's that called? A houseboat.
A houseboat. That's my alternate life for sure. But then I come in and I drop you off some of the spices, and I'm like, what's up, eh? How's the town treating you today? We need to stop. Okay, we have to be quick, Ansley. Our topic today is by Older Sis. Very special. This one is dropped in by yours truly, Olivia Steele.
Zing zing.
Zing zing. And the topic is just car stories. The first one, I'll start us off, Ansley, because it's kind of, actually, this is a joint story.
I know exactly what you're about to say. I know what you're about to say.
Oh,
is it Ella?
My God.
Is it Ella and Dragon?
Yes.
In sync.
This was.
The mind games are too real. We're crushing it today. 3 for 3. Wow.
There's times in your life where you are currently experiencing something that you know will be a core memory. That you were just lucky enough to look around and be like, this is impacting my life right now. I know it. I'm realizing it. I'm loving it. This is a time to be alive right now. And that time was such as my little sister Elwyn, who now we know from stories, was learning to drive. And
first time First time she's just got her learner. She's so excited.
Just got it. It's first day, first moment. In the heartland of the homeland, in Virginia woods, you want to be driving the four-wheelers and the dirt bikes and even golf carts. Like, you're a kid, you want to be, like, tearing shit up. My dad was always that dad where he was like, you're not driving them. Nope, you're not. And, like, a lot of times, we were not even allowed to ride on them. Like, it was a huge deal if we were even allowed to ride in them. Usually it had to be with adult supervision. Like, it was just... He was being a dad or something and trying to, like, protect us. Ugh. I will say, though, because of that, our motor skills were very underdeveloped. Because you have these kids that are like, yeah, go out there. And they're going, like, 40 miles on a dirt bike. They know how, like, things work. If you have never, you're like a baby, because it's like, you don't understand how a steering wheel works. You don't understand how the gas works. So that's when you have those scenarios where, like, you see on TV where you see the car go, and that's because, like, you literally have never touched a gas pedal in your life. And that was my little sister. So that's all the background of, she's actually horrible. Like, she's actually like the movies where, and I don't know why my dad allowed this. So it's like first time Ellen's touching a car. Like, it's like, Ellen's behind the driver's seat. And me and Ansley are there, of course. And we're like, can we come? And he's like, yes, you can sit in the back, but you have to be quiet. So of course we were. We were just sitting in the back.
We both also had an earbud in, because I remember we were listening to music for some reason. I don't remember why. We each had an earbud in.
We were just like, we're there for the vibes.
And I distinctly remember this.
That.
And this, no, I distinctly do, because this will come up later in the story.
Oh, okay. I'll let you. Okay. So we're in our yard, which is we have a large yard, right? We live on like a 7 acreage property. We have a very long driveway, and so first we start driving the yard. So first we even have to get, like I said, the motor skills of like how to touch the gas pedal. So immediately me and Ansley are kind of like in the seats going like, and we're kind of like, okay, this isn't. And then he gets, I guess, where she can learn to hit the gas and learn how a steering wheel works. But then she tries to drive down our long driveway, learning how a steering wheel works. Bitch can't stay on the road. Like, she's learning that, like, you know, now we know, like, you do this for the steering wheel, do this. Girl is going back and forth. People that aren't watching can't see. Like, she's twisting the steering wheel. She is weaving all over the driveway, not on the road.
If you were not there, I think you might think we're exaggerating.
No.
And may I just say,
Ansley is not an exaggerator. I am.
I'm not.
Not her.
Is not an exaggeration.
I promise you this girl could not stay on the road. She's currently not staying on the road, going like this, which is crazy if you know my father. He didn't let us in golf carts, and he looks at her and goes, all right, let's get to the road. And me and Ansley, the children, how old were we, Ansley? 16 maybe?
You're 16.
Me, the 16-year-olds go, Dad, I don't think so. And Ansley is also like, yeah, Mr. Phillip, I think we should practice some more. We're both like, Dad, no. And Dad goes, no, she'll be fine. She'll figure it out. And we're like, no, like, we like thrills. Ansley loves roller coasters. And she's like, no.
I just know I'm not going to die on a roller coaster.
Right.
And also, I think we also need to preface this with saying, although it is like the backwoods of Virginia, so it's not as like, it's not
a highway
traveled. The thing is, though, that the road is not quite as wide as a like,
it's a
normal
country
road would be, right?
It's a curvy country.
There's no lines.
No
lines in the middle, which for Elowen was, again, I think kind of a big deal.
You don't understand like the car boundaries
right
yet.
So it's not like you're practicing in like a very like contained space. It's just a backcountry road. So if no one had been coming, it would have been okay. But
and also,
I'm not gonna let
because it's a country road, people know it like the back of their hand,
and they
like
fly.
So they just go.
Me included. Oh my gosh, I fly on that road.
We probably drifted on those curves.
Yes, 100%. Yeah.
Oh God, who let us? Anyway. So he puts her on the road, and we're just like, it's not going well. Like, she's going like 2 miles an hour, like la-di-da.
She's still weaving.
It's still bad, like the brakes and starting, and like, it's just bad. Like, what's happening?
Multiple times, Philip is having to go over and grab the steering wheel
to,
like
hey, hit the brake. Oh God. We get What do you think, Ansley? I'm not even. How do yards work? Like we were far enough away from our house. I would say, what do you think? A 1 minute drive away from our house, maybe.
Oh yeah, maybe.
We hit the road and we drive maybe a minute down the road, and this bitch, it's going bad. She's in the front, and thank God for this guardrail, because another thing. It's like a drop off that goes into the creek that we lived on. Like Woods Creek, like it is down. A car goes past her, going fast, like driving, like a pro. Girl sees this car and freaks out because it looks, I guess, like it's coming towards her, and she yeets it. Like we were about to die. Like Dad's going, Ellen, no! And we are going full speed towards the side of this cliff, and my dad can't grab the steering fast enough, and we just hit the guardrail. We just and me and Inslee are just like, yeah, your life is flashing for you guys. And I'm pretty sure we maybe would have gone over if my dad, by the time we hit the guardrail, but we're still going, and then my dad grabs the steering wheel, and he's like, being a dad, stop! And then we're just stopped in the middle of this road, just like, brake, and me and Inslee are just sitting there like, we just almost died.
This is where the music comes into play, because I remember at this point the car is dead silent for a second, and
we're all just like, we just almost died.
What was the song we were listening to?
I don't know.
I don't know.
That should be cemented in our brain,
and it's just playing in my ears, and I was like, and because I remember your dad, because he's going other way, and when she jerks into the car. That's like, God damn it, Ellen!
Oh, right. 'Cause, I mean, the car is dented as fuck now and where she hit it, because she hit the guardrail. So that car for a while had like a huge like scratch dent in it, and then
and of course Elwyn's sitting there. Like, if you know Ellen, especially high school Ellen is just like mortified. She's like, I think she was crying, like she's so upset.
And here's the thing, correct me if I'm wrong, Ansley, I'm pretty sure we were still like so afraid back there, like we're just frozen. I swear no, Dad turns around and goes, and you two get out. And we're like
we had done not a thing.
We were just sitting there. I'm sorry, I screamed because I was scared. And then, Dad's like, you two need to get out. And we're like, okay.
So basically what happened is Ellen turned around, she drove us back to the house, they dropped us off, and then they went back on the road. And I do think the second time went better, but Sophie and I were not there. So Sophie and I immediately go into the house and tell Lori.
We tell everyone. We tell all the families. We're like, we just almost died. Yep, and then Mom, of course, is like, what? And they went back out there?
Yep, right. Exactly. 100%. That really is probably my favorite memory in a car, actually. Because it was just so funny.
To this day,
so funny.
Sorry, Elowen, she's not a good driver. She is not the best. She's the last pick of the... Besides my mom. Sorry, Mom. Ooh. Mom is a horrible driver. The last pick in the family is Mom, and then I would pick Elowen, and then I would pick Olivia. And then I would pick, actually, Dad, and then I would... my first pick is Sam to drive.
Yeah.
Go Sam. This can be like super short because I want it to be longer when Sam comes on, and I want Sam to tell it. Basically, we were headed to Iowa, where my mom is from and her parents live, and we would go out there every year. We went this year. We would go at Christmas or summer. It was a summer. Hottest summer on record, I think, to this date, actually still. Like, we're talking 105, 106. And remember, it's swampy. Swampy for a peach milkshake. Humidity is high. You can't breathe.
Horrid.
We're driving back from Iowa, which is I have no idea, like 18
I was going to say 16. Yeah,
16-hour drive.
I don't know. I have no idea.
It's
but
long.
At least 16.
Only about, I'd say, 5 hours in, the AC breaks in our van. And that's just
time.
That's the story, basically. Is like, I'll wait for Sam to detail it.
No, when Sam is on here to tell that, it was such a good story.
Sam, that's Sam's guest story. It was genuinely like it's a core memory that was just like, I can never forget this experience. I know, like, first world problems. I already seen it out, but it was
for a first
world problem. It was a bad one.
You're asking to get heat stroke.
I think it was, you know, when you're so hot, you can't even sleep. Like, you're so miserable, you're like, let me try to go to sleep, and you can't, because your body's like, uh-oh, are we dying?
I'm in
like,
danger.
It won't let you sleep.
No, 100%.
The worst mood, like, and talk about a bonding experience, that's the worst mood I've ever seen every single person in our family. Yeah. It was bad.
Easily. I would also be in a horrible mood.
So bad.
I would be in a horrible, horrible mood. I would say I have so many wonderful memories in the car, actually, because my family was really into road trips, right? And so, like, multiple times when I was growing up, like, we drove, like, out west, and we did a road trip from Virginia out to, like, Montana and back. It was awesome. And then when my family moved to Alaska, we drove to Alaska. For those of you who do not know how many hours that is, when you drive from Virginia all the way to Montana, you are halfway there. It is very long to get there. So we drove to Alaska over, like, 3 weeks, and then we drove back 2 years later. It was awesome. Honestly, wish I could do it again. It was so freaking fun. I loved it. But in those times, this will be a story I think really like Bridger, Luke, whoever we have on. This is another one. I distinctly remember there were days which my parents totally, this is fair, and they had every right to do this. But when we were driving through the Canadian Rockies, some of the most stunning scenery you will ever see in your entire life. However, at this point, we're probably at week 1.5 or 2 that we've been in the car every single day, right? So we're driving through the mountains. And I so distinctly remember the boys had like Game Boys that they were allowed to play at certain points in the trip.
Screen time.
Right? Screen time, right. And when we're in the Canadian Rockies, my mom and dad are like, okay, today we are driving through the Canadian Rockies, no screens. And to hear Bridger tell, it's just very funny because basically it was like
the end of your life.
You can look at the Canadian Rockies for an hour as a teenager and appreciate it, right? Maybe. But then you get to hour 3, hour 4,
that is a lot.
hour 6, hour 8, and then it's like, I can't look at these mountains anymore.
They're
I
beautiful.
distinctly remember,
I get
they're
it.
beautiful. What else do you want me to say? So it was just like, yes, that is definitely a big one. Next week, we have fall break, and I am going to the UK, and I will be driving in the UK for the first time, so I might have some driving stories after that. But fingers crossed.
Or just road trip stories in general. Yeah. I have one to close us out on, actually.
Go for it. Oh, yeah.
And you're going to love it because it's another joint one.
Oh.
Do you know
Wait,
it?
should I try to guess it?
Yes,
okay,
you can guess it.
Another joint. Is it a road trip
No,
story?
it's a car story. It's a car story.
Who's driving?
That took place in college.
Oh! I know what this is. This is the car chase.
Yes!
I was like, wait. Okay.
I was like, she can get this.
I got it.
Okay, so this is perfect because it's me and Ansley together again. We're in college. And so many memories actually, surrounding this car. So I would always drive it, obviously, because it's my car. And then we'd have Ansley, Megan, and Kirsten. And we would just tear up the campus.
We would tear up that town.
It was the classic, like, do you want to go for a drive? Like, we would just do that all the time. Every weekend, it was like, it's time to drive. And we would just, tear it up. We'd go get food. We'd laugh.
Music. We're hanging out the windows. We're just living our best 18-year-old lives.
18-year-old lives. And one of our favorite things to do was to have a dance party. Is we'd drive to some secluded location or in the back of a parking lot, honestly, like true Southern times. Every Southern person knows this. You play your music and you just hang out in the parking lot and you're just like, ooh, ah. Sometimes it would be fun when we'd start a party, but sometimes we genuinely were like, let's drive to a secluded place to shake ass. Like, let's go. True. We would literally rave. Like, we would just insane, and
there were times when we were on top of buses in the parking. We really did. It was a bit of a feral experience.
We would go feral.
It was feral. True.
So one such time is we would go up to the nanatorium, which was the huge indoor swimming thing at our college, and it was on top of one of the many hills that surrounded our college campus. And of course, at night, it's pretty secluded. I would say maybe there were 2 cars that were empty in this parking lot at the time. And it's like, how late at night?
Well, it's late. I'd say
late.
I mean,
11?
It's midnight or after, I would say.
Midnight or
11,
after.
12, something like that. I don't know.
We're doing our regular thing where we're dancing around. And I think it was me and Megan had noticed that it was directly beside like a road that people could use to kind of drive around campus, but it wasn't a well-used road because once again, it was kind of like, where were you going?
Yeah, it was a bit out of the way.
It's a bit out of the way, but you would once in a while see a car, so that wasn't irregular. But me and Megan had noticed that a car we'd recognized had drove by a couple of times.
The car had like tinted windows as well. I
blacked
distinctly
out
remember.
windows.
Yeah, blacked out windows. Yeah,
Blacked out windows.
I distinctly remember that.
Which we noticed when it was the third time where then finally I was like, Megan, that's the car. And then of course Ansley and Kirsten are like, what? And at that point, then it stopped. It stopped in the middle of the road. There's no stop sign. There's no reason for it to stop. It stops. Like, imagine we're here in the parking lot and then here's the road and it stops, right? And that's when we all notice. And we kind of get a little, because I think then Megan goes, its windows are blacked out. So I'm like, okay, I'm always like better safe than sorry. Like that's always I'm definitely I'll be rude first and say sorry later. Like I am a fuck politeness girl. Like Ansley has been with me when I've screamed at a man in the street. Do not approach women at night. Like I don't.
And that was a good call. I think that was still to this day. I'm like that. And you know what? Really
He's fine. If
he was fine.
Better safe than sorry. He will be fine. And like I will say to all women who are scared of like they'll be fine, and you can say sorry later. Yep, you're glad that you weren't pushed into a car. Like scream first. True. That's it. Anyway, so I immediately am like, let's just get in the car. Let's just get in the car and then they'll drive away. It's fine. Thank God. So we're already headed to the car by the time then we clock them that they start pulling, they get to the point where they can pull into the parking lot. There's nothing around. There's no reason they would need to come into the parking lot. And so I immediately am like, run! So we run to the car, and as we're running, we hear the car speed up. And so it's like go time. I'm like, get in the car! Like, it's like, let's go. To this day, I am still, people will say certain things, and I'm just going to say my side of this. I'm going to say my side of the story. My side of the story, how I perceived it, is that two people were yelling. All three people except me were yelling, which is not fun when you're trying to like lock in an emergency situation. One person is screaming. They are scared screaming.
I would like to say
Ansley was not this person, but Ansley is yelling, where I'm like, everyone stop.
I distinctly remember I'm hanging out kind of watching the car, and I was like, oh shoot, because this car.
So I hit the gas, and they are chasing us. Because I remember
all of us are like kind of trying to communicate with Sophie, which again, looking back, was that helpful? No, it wasn't helpful. But I remember I was like, oh, I need to tell Sophie what is going on with this car in the back. But one individual.
No, so go ahead. So what are you seeing?
So yeah, basically what happened is I'm looking out the back,
so surreal.
And this car is like zooming towards us. Like Sophie, thank God, as soon as we get in the car, she turns the engine and she hits the pedal.
It's not
so
time to play.
We take off, and literally, I will just
They're gaining
say,
on
us.
us.
I've never seen anyone drive this way in my entire life. Sophie is literally like in a video game, has turned into an alternate ego, is just like zoom, zoom, zoom,
I
zoom.
call
like,
it my like cop ego.
No,
it's
really,
gross,
though.
but like, yeah.
Really though, it was crazy because the car's gaining on us, and so I'm like, Sophie, they're gaining on us. Sophie, they're gaining on us. So that Sophie's like, just
bye. Granted, I'd only had one like precision, like beginner level, like where you're trying to get to precision level driving where you can drive like a cop. I'd only had one class. So was I certified to be doing this? No. But I was, in my mind, I know what I'm doing. And so I start like hammering towards a curve in the parking lot. So it's like pavement, cement, sidewalk, whatever that is. And then the partition of, I don't feel like I'm explaining this, but it's like a tight curve, basically.
Yeah,
so it looks like I am headed straight towards the...
It was a 90-degree turn.
Yeah. So it looks like I am headed straight for the pavement. So I get it. And like I said, like I'm a kid. Like it's not like I'm a race car driver and I'm driving like one.
I remember
and so Megan starts screaming.
Yeah. I do remember after telling you they're gaining on us, and I see what you're doing. I do remember I just sat there, and it was kind of one of those moments again where I was like, I don't know what's about to happen right now. Maybe I'm about to die. So I just remember I sat there in silence, and I was like, Okay, so I'm sitting
Ansley
there in
shut
silence
down,
and shock. I shut down. Kirsten, I think, was still talking, and then
Megan's screaming bloody. I'm pretty sure Kirsten's like yelling, like, what's like she's half like, oh god,
Kirsten's
we're being
just
chased.
Sophie,
but she's also like, what are you doing? Like that's
right.
like so granted they had a reason to be screaming. Basically, I maneuvered it so that we like I like tail spun it so that we were able to like drift around and stop
drifted around the turn,
to this 90-degree angle. So it's like this. So then we were able to zoom around the curb, whereas they didn't know how to do that. And they're driving. It's an SUV. Yeah. So they're like they had to like go around the curve. That's why we were then able to get away, because we got that big head start that then once we get to the open road out of the parking lot, I gunned the engine and we were going, I want to say 90, 95.
I was about to say it had to have been close to 90.
I was going as fast as I could because they were also flying after us. But I just knew if we can get to the main road, like out of the woods literally, then like that's where all the cars
and it was totally fine after that.
And once we got there and they saw that we had literally cleared the clearing and the woods and we were in the main, they turned around.
Yep, that was crazy.
And we tell people this and everyone's just kind of like, it's just
I don't think they believe us. And I'm
don't think they do
you don't
either.
Actually realize.
Who did we tell that was just kind of like,
I don't
it was
remember.
like, the one thing crazy. I have to tell myself so I don't get like scared is I think it might have just been a very dumb, mean group of frat boys that were like, let's play with these girls.
I don't know.
All that to say, though, even if it wasn't, like, you don't chase 4 women at night.
And that's what was weird about it, right? Like, even if it was, like, from frat boys being
That's such a
dumb,
funny joke. Like,
what? Like... Ooh, like it was late at night. It was a very weird. Yeah, all of it was just very weird. So that is probably one of the most. I just remember like that was one of the most nerve-wracking things I actually think I've experienced in my life because it was like, what is going on?
And like, it was like it was a movie that when we shot out onto the road and then I'm just like driving on this road, hands shaking. Everyone's then just silent. We were silent for like 2 minutes. We were all just kind of like.
Yep.
And I remember pulling into like a Dollar General or a bookstore like parking lot, and we all just kind of sat there.
Yep.
Silent.
And we're like, oh my gosh.
So I guess P.S. like don't think you're safe, even if you are in a group. Be careful. Be on a high alert always, and fuck politeness. To quote Karen in Georgia from My Favorite Murder.
Shout out.
Okay. I feel like we should end on some kind of happy note now.
I know.
Now I'm getting like, I'm like tense.
No, that was a crazy time. Like, good story, but do not want to repeat. That was crazy.
Yeah.
But shout out Soph. Shout out driver Soph. Toot toot.
And honestly, that was like the perfect time for that to occur. Because now I don't think I would remember.
Right.
Because it was just muscle memory. I was just like,
right.
But now I don't think I could. I don't know how to do that anymore.
I bet you could.
Maybe if it was life or death, but like I could not tell you how to do it. Well, guys, this was fun. Thanks for tagging along with us as you do.
Along. We'll do some more car stories when we have our special guests.
I think this outro should be Olivia since she gave it to us.
Okay. Shannon, shout out Shannon.
Shannon Buwawa, thank you.
Okay, so you want me to just say that Soph and Anne's out? Or do I do like the whole like, thank you for listening to Soph and Anne's Chit the Chat. This has been Soph and Anne's out. Or do I just say Soph and Anne's out? I'm confused about the assignment. Maybe that's fine. Okay, there you go.